Hey y'all, it's Mimi with Black Love Tarot. This is the State of the Union. Okay, so both sides are tired. Women are tired of bearing this, the brunt of sexuality, right? Women are tired of it's like having to be the sexual object and the sexual muse. Like, women are just over men coming forward with their dicks out, period. Like, at what point did we decide that because we have the baby, it's okay for you to just come around swinging dick? Like, and that's just where women are at, and very tired of being in this space where men are credited with having sexual prowess but really don't. Being in this space where a lot of women end up, while men are like the sexual aggressors, women are the one doing the work in the bedroom. And so women are tired of it. Women are tired of, especially women who have kids, are tired of men not being fully developed. And so while it was cute for a second, now it's like, oh my goodness, I got 2 kids. Women are really feeling like your mama should have raised you better. Men are in this space where they are emotionally stunted. In some senses, physically stunted because their diets are fucked up. So women are, it's like we're getting older than we should be. Like, women are literally aging when we don't have to be aging like this. And we feel like we are carrying the creative weight of the entire race, because this is Black Love Tarot. So we feel like we're carrying the ideas. We are the ones that are really pushing the needle forward, and that men are just kind of getting to sit and take the credit for it. Even to this, in the sense of men who are put in public like that. What's that? Behind every strong man is a strong woman. The woman in the back is like, hello, it's me. It's me. I'm the one doing all the work. It's me. This man is just in the forefront. See? That's us, just sitting there knowing everything. What is also happening because of this is women are turning icier, a little bit meaner, just being more direct with boundaries. But because men are in this position where they aren't emotionally able to deal with women in this direct, kind of know-it-all, done-it-all energy, there is even more emasculation happening. And it's like women have decided, well, I can't, I'm not my mama or my grandmama. Like, I don't have time to plant the seeds of an idea so you can think it's yours. Like, I don't have time for that. Either you can listen to me because I know what I'm talking about, or you can get the fuck. So that's where women are. And that's where feminine energy is going. Feminine energy is leading into a space where there will be no tolerance for BS. There will be no tolerance for stupidity, no tolerance for immaturity. You are not a child, sir. Okay? So the divine feminine is genuinely over it. Like, just over it. But also in being over it, it's more about, it's not about you, sir. It's about us, and it's about women learning and growing and deciding to move forward without looking back. It has been a conscious choice for women to do that. And it has taken a long time for us to make it. But in making that choice, it has opened our worlds up. Okay, women are like, okay, wife and kids, that's dead. Like, it's no longer like it used to be. That was your life's purpose, like to grow up and get married and have a baby, and that would be satisfactory, and that would be fulfilling, and that would be beautiful. But that choice is dead. We're not really choosing that. We're following our hearts. We're following our growth. We are following our intuition. We are waking up in a way that women haven't been awoken before, like in a very long time. So what's happening is that we are coming back to our roots as goddesses, as spiritual practitioners, as healers, as matriarchs, not necessarily mothers, matriarchs. As sharks, like as shrewd thinking businesswomen. All of those choices now hold more sway for a lot of women than motherhood, or more so motherhood just isn't like the only choice that we can make. And so some of us aren't making it. Like, it's really, when I say dead in the water, it's really dead in the water. Like, it's not going to stop a woman from being fulfilled. And for men, that takes away a lot of their power in how your life turns out when you choose that you could or could not have a baby. When you decide, okay, I mean, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I am still going to live a fulfilling life. And because that's where women are, making that choice and choosing ourselves over everything else, just going ahead and cutting it off. Like, and it's not about cutting off sex. Like, some women are even still having sex and making it known, no, I don't want your baby. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. This is strictly, like, low-key, strictly business. So, that's what it is. That choice, though, emasculates men and leaves men out. It leaves men out of the equation, and it's not to say there's no value judgment placed on that. It is just to say that because of that, men are in a sad space, and they genuinely don't know what to do, ladies. Okay, so Divine Feminine, while we are here in this Queen of Swords energy, and also with that Queen of Swords energy comes knowing what to do and knowing how to help, but also the Queen of Swords does not offer help. She does not offer you help. If you do not ask for help, she will tell you what she knows. But to help you, like really guide you and lead you, you have to ask for that. And the answer is still probably going to be no. Because no, she don't have time for that, right? The Divine Feminine does not have time to nurture you right now. She is busy nurturing herself. So if it can't be about partnership, or if you can't strictly be beneficial to her, she does not want you around. And when I say beneficial, I mean beneficial, like not a little bit beneficial, a lot beneficial. Like what have you done for me lately at deep? So if you aren't prepared to be that for a divine feminine that you're attracted to the goddess that you're attracted to, she's going to cut you off. She's showing no space in her life for you. And that is the state of our union is that it's not a union. The state of our union is that women are unifying with themselves and eventually will start unifying with each other. And if it's meant to be, we will unify with the divine masculine, or with the portion of the divine masculine collective that chooses to follow the divine feminine, that chooses to submit to the matriarchy, because that's where we're going. I think I said this before in the last one. So this is just what it is. So there will be some men who understand that, who accept that, who are like, yeah, that's fine. God is a woman and I will follow him, right? Her. So there's some men who won't have an issue with that. There are parts of the divine masculine who already understand that and are prepared to play their role. For others who are having an issue with the dying of the patriarchy, who are having an issue with growing up, who are having an issue with sexuality not being power in the same, in the sense that the patriarchy has made it power, right? In the sense that now the divine feminine is owning her own sexuality and doing what she wants to do with it for herself. In terms, I'll say it like this. When it comes to sexuality, women, the divine feminine collective, has decided that there are other tributaries, other ways to disperse that energy. Right? She's like, oh, I can be creative, I can create, I can use men for sex. And this is a new idea. It is just happening right now, right? All of these ideas are happening in the divine feminine's world at one time, right? So she's healing her inner child and listening to her inner child, waking up to the goddess within her, right? And also enacting that in her everyday life and through sex as well, right? So she's like, yeah, I'm going to get up. I'm Shira. It's very much goddess, warrior, lioness energy. At the same time, it's very soft, very subtle, very much, I'm not forcing anything. And so because that is a hell of a balance, right? That strength and softness, and that is where the divine feminine is at, balancing strength and softness. She really doesn't have time for a little baby. Okay, a little bitch baby boy. Nobody has time for that. So a lot of men, no matter how they present, when it comes to their emotional space, when it comes to their spiritual space, when it comes to their intellectual space, when it comes to their creative space, they are underdeveloped. Very much almost babies for a lot of them. And so women who have maybe started out in this babyish kind of immature state, but over the past few years have been growing and following the signs, are no longer in a space where we can tolerate the babyish behavior from the divine masculine. We see that it won't get us anywhere to continue to what's the word for that? Pacify, right? To continue to pacify this behavior from them, to continue to be soft on it, right? To continue to try this, like, these soft, feminine manipulation techniques. The Queen of Swords is over that. That energy is done. So it's like, if you can't accept what I'm saying, I will move on, and that's fine. And so that's where we are. It sucks. Nobody loves it. To be completely honest, nobody loves it. We have yet to see the gift in it. We have yet to see the gift in the matriarchy, because most women would prefer joint rule, right? Equal parts, queen and king, god and goddess, right? Feminine and masculine. But we are in a state where polarities are switching, and then they haven't come together yet. Like, it's like, imagine what is just anything that has to balance, right? Anything that has to tip. What I'm seeing though is the sand, the timers with the sand. And it's like, once all the sand comes to one way, right? We dipped all the way into the masculine polarity, into the patriarchy. We have fallen all the way in. And so now that the polarity has tipped, we're falling out. Right? We're falling out of it. So that's just where we are. We're not in a all or nothing space. Like, we are in a space where the two, there's a little bit of one and still more of the other, but it's leaving. So it's hard for us to see the gift in it just yet, because we aren't all the way on the other side of it. Right now, when it comes to Black love, all we see is that it's not where we want it to be. All we see is, this is not what we wanted. This is not what we signed up for. Women weren't trying to be single. Neither were men. This wasn't intentional, right? Okay, so I also don't want to say it in that way. This wasn't intentional. When it comes to the state of Black love and the state of our union, a lot of it has really been put on us by circumstances and powers out of our control. It doesn't make it any less of our responsibility to work on it, right? It's like childhood trauma. It wasn't your fault, but you still got to figure it out. So that's where we're at in terms of the state of Black love. But we are, I think that maybe the gift in it is our disappointment, is the fact that we see where we could be. And knowing where we could be, at the very least, gives us something to look forward to, gives us something to stretch toward. We've been here before, okay? We've done it before. We have been one. We've done it. It's behind us. It's in our past. It was a while ago, but we have done it. And I think that we can do it again. But it has to be conscious on all sides. And right now we are moving into the feminine polarity. That's just what it is. And if we can, as women, right, as we fall as a whole general collective, right, as a society, as we fall more and more into the feminine polarity, if we as women can look at both sides and say, oh, okay, this is enough. If we don't do what men did, right? What men did was, once the polls started shifting in their favor, they was like, oh, okay, let's take all the power. If we as women are better than that, no shade, fellas, but if we as women are better than that, then we can hold the balance. And I think that that is the gift in it becoming a matriarchy, is for women to not supersede men, for us as women not to... I read a book once that said women look at men like hairy, bad behaving women, right? But if we can really look at them as different and direct, and understand that their energy is different and what it has to contribute, and still value that, even though they have hurt us a lot. If we can still value that, once we fall into the feminine polarity, we can maintain a balance. The matriarchy can maintain a balance. So what we can hope for is not to make those same mistakes that men made when the power shifted into their hands. But the power has shifted into our hands, ladies. Like, it's shifting. So just open your hands up and catch it, and use it responsibly.